Hello everybody, Jim's Kitchen here. I've got somebody with me you might know. This fella's been entertaining people for years.
Very tactful, Jim. Very tactful.
Musician, singer, comedian, after dinner speaker, entertainer, radio presenter, television star.
Yeah.
Is there anything he's not done? And he has been arrested once or twice, but we won't go into that today.
Yeah, I was innocent.
Well, great to have you here, Norman.
It's lovely to be here, and considering it's that long, we haven't seen each other for so many years. We first met in 1972.
Yeah, that's when
1972. When I started in West Houghton, the Auld Triangle was the first group, and then we said we need somebody who can G it up a little bit, because you know. And then we saw you, and I said no, he'll never do it. But no, and then because we loved the way you loved Bob Dylan and played the Bob Dylan song. But and to be honest, and everybody will know Tony, your brother, of course, amazing singer, wonderful guy. And I used to take the mickey out of him on stage.
Yes.
It started with you, didn't it?
Taking the mickey out
I took the mickey out of you.
Singing lighthouse, not very bright upstairs.
Yeah.
Not very bright on top.
And that's how it started, and it just grew from there, really. But no, it was...
but the songs that, and we're going to do a chat after, but the songs that got you into folk music, what was the appeal of those songs?
Because they weren't pop songs. I mean, with folk music, it's like jazz. If you love folk music, you'll love it all your life. If you like jazz, you'll love it all your life. Yeah. And our audience, mum, dads, kids and grandparents, turned out to be the television audience. That was our audience. They'll stay with us. We had 15,000 members in the fan club for 12 years, and they would stay with us because we're giving them what they want, and it's talking about their lives, whether it's the jokes, the stories, the 2 up, 2 downs, and people are saying, you know, and
they meant something. Them songs, they meant something to those people.
If you would turn around and you just say, you know, with the Tim Bath, and you mentioned that, and I'd look at the audience when I was talking. And half the audience would go, we had a Tim Bath, didn't we? And they did. And so they got something out of it. Yeah. But the folk songs are wonderful because they're stories. They tell about what goes on.
And do you know what I was just thinking about? Nobody else was doing that. On television, you see all these, Val Parnell and London Palladium and all. Nobody was talking about their lives, their thing. So it was unique, really, what we were doing.
It was. Yeah. There were other great folk groups, the Spinners.
Of course, they did their thing. But yours was a unique thing.
Well, they sang about Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the sea shanties and all that, because that's how they were brought up there.
That's right.
They were brought up there because of Liverpool.
Of course.
And we were in a spinning, weaving area, so we did songs about that. But at the same time, it was a similar kind of thing. I remember when I did the cruises. I did the cruises for P&O as a guest comedian for 6 years. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'm telling my stuff about the old days and the Tim Bass. I'm thinking, how many people on this ship, because they're from all over Britain. Yeah. And at the end of the first show, I came off, and the guy who ran there said, that was brilliant. We've never heard that before. And they had all the real good comedians. Really? And people were coming up from Bristol and Newcastle and played. We had a timber. And you think, yeah, they did. Yeah. Because it was a generation thing.
That's right.
But people sent us songs in. And this is a perfect example of a good song, tells a lovely story. And it tells about moving the people from the old 2 up, 2 downs, which everybody said, deprivation, terrible. They weren't. We lived in communities like that. Yeah, everybody helped each other out. We didn't think we were missing out on anything.
Not at all, no.
And they moved the people because they built the blocks of flats. Yeah. Hume in Manchester was the first lot. Yeah. And everybody said, I bet they're wonderful to live in there. They are if you're on the ground floor. But with the older people and the generation at that time...
They never saw anybody once they'd been moved into them.
That's right. They were into there. By the time they got the lift, and after 3 weeks, the lift had broke. But Peter Sealing Handful, sadly no longer with us, who actually wrote this.
Now you'll have to realise, I would like to dedicate this as well to Sheila Burns from Borwick, who's been watching us. You have to realise, me and Norman have now played guitar together for about 50 odd years.
Correct.
So please bear with us.
That covers a multitude, doesn't it, right? It's nigh on 50 years since I moved into this street. There's no kind of people you could ever hope to meet. But I've had a note from council, a young chap brought it round. He said that very soon we're going to knock our houses down. place for me. A brand new flat not far from here, just waiting there to see. So I thought I'd take a stroll round there and give the place the eye. But it came as quite a shock to find it 15-story high. Oh, I don't want to leave the old 2 up, 2 down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room up in the sky. Well, I asked me next door neighbour why we had had to go, but he was none the wiser, no one seems to know. But he said there were a rumour that he heard the other day. Someone said they need the space to build a motorway. So now I'll have to pack me bags, it's going to be a few. They say there's not much room left and I can't take me old dog then, 'cause pets are not allowed. They say he won't be suited to a life amongst the clouds. Oh, I don't want to leave me old 2 up, 2 down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room up in the sky. Just the other day I saw me old friend Mrs. Brown. She has a flat the same as mine on the other side of town. She said it's nice and cosy, but there's one thing makes her vexed. She doesn't see a single soul from one day to the next. Well, the more I think about it, the more I want to stay. I wish that I could close my eyes and make it go away. The only consolation, I'd say to be quite fair, I'm sure to get to heaven, 'cause I'll be halfway there. Oh, I don't want to leave me old 2 up, 2 down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room up in the sky. When they move me to that room up in the sky.
We only made one mistake.
Yeah.